Sascha from Stila, and I'm going to show you how to create this everyday Stila girl summer look using products from my new summer collection. So I'm going to start with the One Step Illuminate. I've chosen this product today because I really love a radiant, fresh, natural complexion, and I like to just take one pump. I like to apply this with my fingertips. I just warm it together and I just take it through the skin, and I apply it kind of like it's a serum. So it just really smoothens out the complexion, reduces any fine lines, reduces your pore size, but it really gives that lovely radiance, and it's gorgeous for that summer skin. So I like to take it all over the skin, but really work it into the skin. And I just kind of rub it through until kind of the texture's gone and you can feel it's all melted in. So for my complexion products today, I'm going to use the Stay All Day foundation and concealer. I'm going to use a small amount of this though and just take it through the centre of my skin because I want my skin to look quite natural today, nice and fresh and nice and summery. So you just kind of push down, get out as much product as you need. And I like to apply it with a brush when I want a lighter finish for this. And I just start from the nose and just work out. And if you do want a lighter coverage, it's always best to just take it through kind of the centre part of the face first, and just avoid the edges. And I'm going to use the concealer. So the great thing about the Stay All Day foundation and concealer is that it's a 2-in-1. So I'm going to take the concealer and just pop it in the inner corner of the eye, just there, and then I like to take it on the outer corner as well. This way you just don't apply too much product, and then you use your finger to kind of pat it together, and this way it kind of doesn't get into any of those fine lines under the eyes. It just looks super fresh. So to warm up the skin slightly and to get that kind of more bronzy look, I'm going to use our Perfectly Poreless Putty Perfector in Deep, just to add that bit of warmth, and I'm going to apply this where I would normally put a bronzer. So really nice and gently, just using a nice fluffy brush. I'm just going to take it around the hairline. So I just really want to look sun-kissed, so it's just wherever you would catch the sun if you've been out in the sun all day. So just around the hairline, kind of gently at the back of the cheekbones, under here. So this isn't heavy contouring, this is just nice, gentle, kind of sculpting and shaping for the face. Always down on the nose and chin, just nice and gently, just kind of warming up so you've got that natural looking tan. So for my cheeks, I'm going to apply the convertible colour. I'm using shade Lilium, which is this gorgeous kind of summery pink with a little bit of peach. So I like to apply this with my fingers, so I'm putting a bit of product, but always patting off the excess. This just helps to warm the product up, so it settles into the skin nicely. And what I always do is just smile and then just pat it gently on the apple of the cheek here, just to get that little pop of colour. But because I'm going for more of a sun-kissed glow, I don't want too much. Yeah, just a nice little bit of product there, and always like to apply a little bit of blush to the end of your nose, and you get that nice natural kind of, if you look like you've been in the sun, nice little sun-kissed glow. So to highlight my skin, I'm going to use one of the new shades from the Heaven to You highlighters. So this is Magnificence. It's a beautiful kind of rose gold colour. I'm going to apply it with my fingertip. I'm actually going to apply it with my fingertips to the top of my cheekbones, and then just on the other side. So I'm using my fingers a lot with this. And the lovely thing about this product is that it's really multi-purpose. So I'll take it down the nose also. And then I'm going to take a brush, same one that I used for the kind of bronzing colour. I'm actually going to stroke it through the cheek on top of the convertible colour, just to kind of blend it all together. I'm also going to use it on my eyes as well. So I'm just going to take it with my fingertip and just kind of place it all across the eyelid, right up into that crease. It's a really great way to just make sure all the tones on your skin are similar, so your eyes are matching your cheeks. It makes it just look nice and natural. And then I'm just taking a fluffy brush just to blend that out. I love it when you can use products for multiple things. It's great. It just makes it so easy, especially if you're going on holiday and you're kind of like trying to pack up your makeup. It's great to be able to just take one thing that's going to do loads of different things. So to add a little bit more definition to the eye, I'm going to take our Matte and Metal eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to use these two shades here just to kind of warm up the socket line. So it's not going to be a heavy smoky eye or anything like that. I just want to create a bit more depth. So I've actually mixed the tones together. I'm just taking that into the crease. The reason why I mix them together is because the colour of Magnificence is kind of like a rose gold. But because it is like rose and gold, you want that warmth with that kind of bit of that pinky purpley. So it just all kind of matches and harmonises together. But just gently into that crease, just to give a nice little socket line to the eye. And then on the lower lash line, I'm going to take Magnificence again and just run that just underneath the lash line, just so it balances out the top. I always like to apply something on the lower lash line, even if it's a nude eyeshadow, as it kind of neutralises any discoloration, but it also helps balance. So I'm now going to use the new Stila Stay All Day Intense Black Liquid Eyeliner, but in the micro tip. I'm going to do this because I like more of a fine line and more of a thin kind of approach to the eyeliner, just to help thicken up my lashes. So to do my eyeliner, I'm just going to start from just the middle of my eye and just gently stroke it outwards. And then I'm not really doing a big flick today, it's just going to be like a little kick flick. So I'm literally just popping a tiny little flick there. And then I'm going to go from the inner corner towards where I kind of started my eyeliner. So I always like my eyeliner to be thinner on the inner corner and kind of heavier and darker on the outer corner. This will help your eyes look more like almond shape. So it's great if you've got round eyes and you actually want them to kind of look more feline. So always thinner on the inner corner, thicker on the outer corner. So I'm just going to enhance this, make it a little bit thicker now. When you're doing your eyeliner, it's always good to break it down into stages. Don't try and do it all in one, swoop. Just kind of do it bit by bit. So just thickening up the outer corner now. And joining that up with that little kick flick I did. That's a great thing with liquid eyeliner. It's not always about having a big elongated feline flick. You can just do kind of like smaller ones for daytime or if you want to look more natural. Okay. Do the other eye. So start from the middle and work out. Then do the little kick flick. But doing the little flicks, no matter how big or small you want to go, I always like to turn the eyeliner so the point is going up towards the end of the brow or your hairline. That way it keeps it nice and fine at the tip. And then you can just pop that into place there and fill in the gaps. And then again going from the inner corner to the middle where I started. The tip of this is so fine, it's great for doing really nice thin tight lines or really nice thin kind of flicks. And then emphasising this. The great thing about eyeliner is that it is makeup, so if you do make mistakes you can just get a cotton bud and kind of correct it and start again. But if you are a bit more kind of like shy with doing a liquid eyeliner, you're not quite so confident with using it, I'll definitely recommend the micro tip. It's a lot smaller, it's a lot easier to handle, and because it's not as thick, you can kind of work with it a bit better and you can get it a bit closer to the lash line. So it's great if you're a novice with liquid eyeliners. So to finish my eyes, I'm going to use the huge mascara. This mascara is fantastic if you want big, thick, long, black, fuller, false looking lashes. It's got a really gorgeous wand. So when I'm doing my own mascara, I keep my eyes open and I just get it right to the root and I do a little wiggle and then I pull it through. So right to the root of the lash, you can almost blink it through and then kind of comb it through. Again, if you want your lashes, your eyes, sorry, to look more open, a bit more almond shape, keep the lashes thicker on the outer corner, so just apply a few more layers there and have it a bit more fine on the inner corners. And then on the bottom, just any leftover product, just a nice little layer on the lower lashes. So to finish off the look, I'm going to use the Colour Balm lipstick in Isabel. This is a really gorgeous kind of like peachy coral colour for the lip. I absolutely love this lipstick. It's got peppermint oil and sunflower oil, so it's really nice and hydrating. And I'm actually just going to pat it onto my lips and on the middle of the bottom lip, and then press your lips together, and that way you get more of like that stain look to the lip rather than too much product. Okay, so just to recap on what I've used, I started with the One Step Illuminate. That was to prime my skin but to give that nice gorgeous summer glow. I then used the Stay All Day foundation in concealer, just to add a little bit of coverage, but I used quite a small amount to just keep it looking quite natural. I then used the Perfectly Poreless Putty Perfector, and I used this in shade Deep, and that was to warm up my skin, get the nice natural kind of like sculpted look, bit of warmth, a bit of bronze. I then used the Convertible Colour in Lilium, just to add a nice little pop of freshness to the cheeks. We then moved on to the highlighter, which is the Heaven's Hue highlighter in its brand new shade Magnificence. And I used that to highlight my cheekbones, I took it down the centre of the nose, and I also used it across the eyes as well to start my eyeshadow. To finish the eyes, I used the Matte Metal eyeshadow palette, and then the brand new Stila Stay All Day Intense Black liquid eyeliner, but in the micro tip. For my mascara, I used the huge Extreme Lash mascara, and then completing the look and bringing it all together, the Colour Balm lipstick in Isabel. So this is my completed everyday Stila summer look, using some products from our brand new summer collection and also using some of our firm favourites.